the U.S. will have more of the possession. Paraguay have no interest. Look, they're going to back up. They play in a very tight block, 4-4-2. They don't want to concede the middle of the field. They want to force the U.S. wide. The U.S. have to make sure that when they have the ball, they take care of the transition moments, but they will have chances.
He's going to go on the other one. Control. While the goalkeeper Orlando Hill. And a good early attacking look for the United States.
And Weston McKennie can be the joker. Sorry. Finding space. He can drift in that number 10 position. That time he finds space wide, flicks it off for Balogun, and just couldn't quite get enough power on the strike. But that's a good early sign. Getting McKennie freed up facing the field. Here he is again.
Just able to keep it, pokes it away, Balogun outside. Serginho Dest. And now he was in fact offside. So that's the semi-automated offside technology. That is electronically basically ruling that yes, indeed, there was an offside there before Hassel Streksen, our Dutch referee Danny Monckley, blow the play dead.
Yep, pretty clearly there, just a step offside. Good early link up though so far. And Weston McKennie's a player you heard the studio highlighted. We've been talking so much about when he played deeper, when he played wide, when he plays the 10. We've seen his club soccer over in Juventus in Italy, and when he's a little bit more free and can find the game, he can be very dangerous with his energy.
Very comfortable day. It was quite muggy in the stadium earlier. It's a translucent roof. It basically turns into kind of a greenhouse when the sun is overhead. But the word from Jenny Tapp downstairs is that since we came up to the field and the sun fully set behind us, it's very comfortable. You see Gustavo Alfaro took over as coach of this team about the same time Mauricio Pochettino took over for the United States. And they've thrown their way into this first World Cup in a generation. Tim Reed becoming today the oldest man ever to play at the World Cup for the United States, captaining the team at the age of 38. And Chris Richards beside him, the Alabama native who missed the last World Cup with an injury and was able to be back in practice all week after not playing a game for about a month with an ankle injury.
So interesting stuff. You see that bottom right of your screen, Weston McKennie, he's drifting out wide right. And then that just makes Serginho Dest come inside, find the game. I think we're going to see a lot of that from McKennie, trying to be elusive in the midfield too, and give us a good idea for Paraguay to try to free him up, get him facing the field, and then, more importantly, attracting some defenders. That's the conversation right now with Alfaro, and then Miguel on the right in front of him, saying, look, hey, McKennie's going to drift up, you've got to organize a little bit. So they're very aware early on, they're trying to make sure they get Weston McKennie on the racks.
Tackle. We'll scrub the bodies. Dest comes out with the ball. Poked it over behind. Again on the right. Atlanta United with a big tackle there. Anthony Robinson thought about jumping for that. Instead backs off at the last second on Cáceres. Now Cáceres trying Julio Enciso. Coming off an injury a week ago. Cross in. Richards is there in time. Last out of Cáceres for a U.S. run.
Good clearance, but that's the danger, man, and that's what they're looking for. Really, their offense at times is a two-man game. And Tyler Adams is the man that's tasked with trying to track him, and he was with him until that speed from Enciso gets down the line and gets the cross. He's looking for a strike partner in Sanabria, but another good clearance at that near post from Chris Richards.
Might have been the first time all game Christian Pulisic has touched the ball, and it was very brief. Alonso lobs it forward. Reed threw his body in there just in time in front of Sanabria. Up in the U.S. goal in transition. Weston McKennie. Morales streaming. Isaac cut inside. Here's Christian Pulisic on the ball now. Draws the double team. Slips the double team. Pulisic in the box. Weston McKennie.
This is just a terrific team move from the U.S. Starting all the way back in their own end. And it's the pass from Alex Freeman that leads Weston McKennie in front of him. Allows him to run with the ball now. Look at that pass, takes the midfield out of play. McKennie's got options to his right, opts to cut it back. Get it to your man, Christian Pulisic, who can make things happen. 2v1, no problem. Gets defenders off balance. Sneaks into McKennie. He's trying to cross it over the ball, get in the middle, and it's Bobadilla who ends up putting it into his own net. But that is Weston McKennie, and that is Christian Pulisic. We're talking about stars making the game for their team. There's your 2 stars, America, and there's your opening goal.
Third fastest the U.S. has ever scored in their World Cup history. First time in 20 years they benefited from an own goal on a World Cup. And we saw with Mexico, and we saw with Canada, the other way, the approach of scoring first in these games. How does it change things for the U.S. to get that goal, however it can?
It's a little bit of an X-ray, but what I want to see, and what I expect to see, is this team keep the foot on the gas. Been a really solid start, but yet you've seen Paraguay have a couple of moments in transition. This is a Paraguayan team that is not going to quit for 1 goal down in 9 minutes. But for the U.S., this is a game I think they're going to need more than 1 goal. They've controlled it with the ball. They're finding good opportunities to transition forward. So this has been the start that this crowd would have wanted, this team would have wanted, and Mauricio Pochettino would have wanted.
Anthony Robinson for Pulisic. Again for company against the field. Let's see what Dan Hoffman decides to do. Is he going to go early for a yellow card here as Juan Jose Castros draws the yellow, and a dangerous U.S. free kick coming too.
Dangerous position. And you said a couple of minutes ago that Pulisic hasn't really had a touch of the ball, and he hasn't. But it doesn't matter when you get the ball like that, if you have the quality that he does just to bring the game to life. So special. Sees Castros going to ground, slips it through his legs, little nutmeg here, just glides past defenders. He's so good on the dribble. He's a player that also relies on a lot of confidence, and that's why it's so important. He scored. They're calling it the lead up to this, but you see a guy that's playing free and is ready for this moment, and now it's going to be a set piece for the U.S. I expect this to be Tillman with an in-swinging ball with the right foot.
Big Tillman, 17, Anthony Robinson beside him. Tillman the fake, it's Robinson. Dest, quite seem ready for that. Lewis will cycle it around. Freeman, nice little touch to create the space. Hooks it into the middle, body's crouching, popped along in the air. Tillman brings it down on their own, spins it back, or tries to, falls for Pulisic. No traffic for him, had the attempt blocked. Robinson, first there, U.S. throw. Freeman, one of the players like that freezing goal. It's just had a meteoric rise in the last year to be on this field right now. Weston McKennie, early cross. Robinson going down on the air there with Diego Gomez.
Yeah, great spot by Robinson. One of the questions I had coming in, John, was how aggressive would the U.S. be when they have the ball? Well, the answer is very. They've got Robinson high on the left leg and Sexton center up.
Pulisic, waiting for support, early cross. But again, like you
yes, this is what comes when you have numbers in the attack. Really, they're defending with Reed and Richards, because look how deep now Paraguay are. They said, if you're going to sit back, you're going to play with numbers in the attack. Paraguay cannot get out of their own end. This is excellent counter-pressing, great positions. The U.S. are solid defensively, and more importantly, attacking the ball right now.
Pulisic now. Tillman. And right into traffic. It's going to be a foul though. Bobadilla who met Tillman, and Tillman is shaken up from that one. It's a U.S. free kick.
Well, Malik Tillman playing in a deeper role than we've been accustomed to seeing in both the club and country, but that last match playing deeper against Germany, like what I saw with his relationship with Tyler Adams, but also when you're playing against a team which is sitting deeper, he has that ability just to jump out tackles, to create things, to make passes, make things happen. So now all of a sudden you've got Pulisic, Tillman, McKennie, Serginho Dest, all guys that can beat players 1v1, which makes this US team very dangerous in the attacking third.
Pulisic skips away from Gomez, and now Costa's waiting for him, is defending on a yellow against Christian Pulisic.
That should be stopped. That was touched by the referee, yeah.
And it is going to be pulled back now by the referee, Danny Marcolay, because the ball touched him and led to a change in possession. I think maybe what he's arguing is he was waiting to see what happened there. President of FIFA, Johnny Infantino, it's the president of Paraguay on the left of the shot. It looked like the Secretary of State on the right of the shot. The dignitaries here this evening in Los Angeles. Pulisic puts it forward. Costa sends it back out the other way. And Reed there, had to be a little bit careful because he got more of Sanabria than he did the ball. Gomez, a yellow card as well. So that's two Paraguayan defenders on yellow. Alvaro knocks it down, and Ciso. They're backing off, and at least the first on the deck. Well watered, back frees his goal.
And he felt like he took a touch as he got that shot off. Ended up winning the second ball, trying to get Tyler Adams off balance. He does create just a little bit of space. Pretty clear he dragged that wide, and at least on that first look, didn't look like it took any touch off the U.S. Oh, it did actually, maybe the slightest little nick off Tyler Adams' right foot.
Robinson under some pressure there. That was good pressure from Diego Gomez, and Paraguay with the throw high up the field. So Pochettino all the way outside his technical area. Kind of pushes players on for that effort there defensively. Adams knocks it out. You're going on your own. MLS star for Atlanta United. Andres Cubas as well out there with the Vancouver Whitecaps. A long throw from Junior Alonso. Headed out by Tyler Adams. Just swinging a miss, trying to clear. On their own, draws the contact. Told to get up by the referee. And Malaga wins a U.S. throw. Quarter hour in, the U.S. up an own goal right now against Paraguay. Jay Tapp down the field. You're right near the U.S. bench. What was the reaction like when they scored so early?
Well, John, I'm so close to the U.S. bench. I actually just had a touch when that ball came out here. I'm that close. This is an interesting vantage point, but as expected, absolute elation from the U.S. team after that goal. I did notice something interesting, some frustration from Tyler Adams following the goal. He came over to Mauricio Pochettino. I wish I could get up and get closer to hear what he had to say, but Mauricio Pochettino, hands on his shoulders.
So a foul for Pochettino puts it back in the middle.
Just all kinds of movement in front of the back line for Paraguay, causing problems. They don't know who to pick up. You've got McKennie there and Balogun, and who's onside. That touch from McKennie leads to Balogun. Just a heavy first touch from Serginho Dest. Gets away from him and takes the angle too wide. So now you've got defenders coming across. You've got Hill coming across. And then that means that Dest has to look for the pass as opposed to the shot.
Anthony Robinson to take first corner of the game for the U.S. Freeman to the back post, pops it back in. McKennie brings it down. Robinson, great spot! Richards! Oh, come off the defender, it's going to be a foul. And now concern as Richards is down, Alderete is down. And the medical staffs are going to run out here from the respective benches.
Yeah, good recycling of this ball. Comes at the back post, ends up being cleared away by Bobadilla. U.S. on the second ball with McKennie. And now you're recycling at the back post. Can you find space? Richards loves to back up to give himself an opportunity to attack it. He did, but that's a brave header from Alderete. ends up drawing the foul by getting in front of Chris Richards when he's trying to dunk that one at the back post. And this is something to look for. Some of these set pieces, these corners, these free kicks from the U.S. They've been working a lot on this in practice, sometimes going short, just trying to find ways to free up these guys at the back post.
Not yet a full hydration break, but an opportunity for an informal one. And players to come across. Alderete is up on his feet. Chris Richards is still down on the ground. And as Richards out of your picture is being helped up to a seated position. Jenny, it's a chance for you to finish your thought for a moment ago. Go ahead.
Just very interesting in terms of the body language from Mauricio Pochettino. I mentioned it with Tyler Adams. He was just talking to his captain, Tim Ramier. Obviously positive, but Mauricio all week has been telling me the importance of managing the mental energy of the pressure of this World Cup. He's very calm. He's trying to make sure his players are feeling the same in this broadcast.
And that really diligent really helps this team with some of that. How this team is going to start and how are they going to handle the pressure. Some of these players have been waiting for this moment their entire lives. Safe to say they passed the early test. They're one of the big things in talking to Tyler Adams.
U.S. is defending man line right now because Richards is on the side. That's why Freeman slid across there to head that ball away.
We talked to Tyler Adams in practice this week, and one of the things he said, look, we may not be going against Wales in the first half. And let that game slip in the second, and then tie that match. How different a World Cup is if you win the first game versus tying or losing. He feels his team is more mature. We'll see how they handle and manage this game as it goes on.
So it's 10-15. Both Alderete and Richards have not yet been allowed back on. One was his Consulis, is a walk-through specialist. Here it comes again. Tillman heading away behind the box, it down. Quick connect with Anthony Robinson, and then goes flying past and up to Consulis. Stabbed backwards by Reed. Tillman slurs away from Diego Gomez. Somehow, was giving someone a piggyback ride out there for a moment. And it ends up as a U.S. free kick.
I don't think it was a mutual piggyback. Yeah. Doing a good job using his strength just to shield Caceres, who's on a yellow card. You've got Gomez, as you said, on a yellow card, so, or we thought was initially, but so that was rescinded.
That looks like that was an error that we saw on the World Feed broadcast. It does not appear Gustavo Gomez was shown a yellow, just Caceres. We've got Richards back out. Alderete back out, full strength, 20 minutes gone.
Just going to look at your picture right now, another variation of a U.S. build-up. So Anthony Robinson's pushed high and wide on the left. Lewis coming inside. He dropped into a left back position. Now he's floating. I think all by design for Pochettino to free up his key players, keep them active, hard to mark.
Great for McKinney. Did do much with it.
Tillman sees U.S. have good possession. We've got good cover defensively. So now he just drifts a little. So he's got a license to run into the back line. That makes Paraguay drop. Now you've got Tyler Adams and Weston McKinney following up the play, trying to get on that ball. Lovely little flick. Just the inventiveness, the freedom in which some of these players are playing with in this structure.
Good pressure on Malik Tillman there. And a reminder, we are a minute or two away from the first half hydration break, even though the temperature does not require it. As Malik Tillman is limping out of that play. That has been mandated by FIFA at this World Cup, rather than some games do and some games don't, but some will definitely need it. Every game will have a hydration break in the middle of each half. And the concern right now is Malik Tillman, who is clearly struggling with something out of that prior challenge. So maybe it's good timing for him to have a break coming up and get some treatment. And that'll be one of the themes. How do you go into the break? How do you come out of the break? What sort of tweaks do coaches make? It changes the game. From making it a game of two halves, it's a game of 4 quarters now at this World Cup.
There's never been a tournament in the history of the World Cups.
Melissa brings it down from Tim Reed. He's got Robinson for support. Saw him late.
The coaches will have as much influence as they will in this tournament. Hydration breaks, all the different opportunities with a 26-man squad, 5 different substitutions. We'll see how, again, Mauricio Pochettino in his first World Cup as a coach handles these moments.
Here's Pulisic, Caceres on a yellow. Tough time down a bit there. Right in the middle for Tillman. Bowling, Tillman. It was just enough there by Alonso to shield McKennie off his run, allowing Keele to come collect.
That's good defending by Alonso because he's tucked in tight to his center backs, not allowing that lane to develop there for McKennie to run onto. The little combination has been really good. Tillman getting turned, half turn, finding Balogun playing as a point striker. Something we saw with Raul Jimenez in Mexico yesterday. It's just, look, the striker, they want to score goals, but the modern striker at times is asked to do so much more. Back to goal, laying it off, still being available in the box, but also in the build-up. And Balogun's done a good job of that so far.
It was well done a moment ago as Richards couldn't get the ball out of the air. Ream and Freeman did well to clean that play up there. For Paraguay to get any sort of attacking possession. Appropriately enough, Anthony Robinson on the ball there as George Lucas is being... Well, it wouldn't be George Lucas, would it? Someone looked like him. Being shown on the screen, it was a lookalike. The lead was to the fact that Anthony's nickname was Jedi, but it sounded better in my head. Well, it would be impressive here. Here's Pulisic now on Caceres. Overhits the cross. And that will be the end of the first quarter of this game, such as it is. This hydration break is powered by Powerade. It comes midway through the first half with the United States enjoying a 1-0 lead over Paraguay, courtesy of the own goal, 7 minutes in here in Los Angeles.
What makes soccer the most searched sport in the world? Maybe it's because you only need a ball. Maybe it's because it gives us a reason to believe.
Look at me. I believe you can do this, all right?
Rest ourselves. So I do that.
So that must have been very tight indeed.
Well, I wondered if Pulisic was maybe offside on this first one. Yes, that was the one. I don't know if it was the one on Balogun. That one might have been offside as well. And this is the part of this offside technology, and you want to let plays develop. Was Balogun offside or on? I actually think he might have been offside. It's a nice finish at the back post, but either way, the question you had started to ask me was, how did the U.S. keep on the momentum? That's what you do right there. Pick up where you're left off. His passes, good movement off the ball. The crowd cheering the decision, but it is the right one.
Just couldn't get there, although McKennie pops it forward. Well, contact there. That was Gustavo Gomez and Flo Balogun getting tied up. And again, when there's that delay in the call, that is actually the system working. The on-field officials are told to wait, not necessarily raise the flag immediately, as Alex Freeman has taken a kick.
I wonder if we might see this game start to flare up a little bit, the way it did back in November. These two teams met in a friendly. The U.S. ended up winning that 2-1. Freeman was a player that was involved in that scuffle, I suppose we could call it. A version of a fight, yes, a bench-bringing ball. But that was something I also said, even in that moment, was a good sign for this team, that they were together and battling.
Reed, Robinson, couldn't get that off for Pulisic. It was Alex Freeman and Gustavo Gomez right at the end of the game, and they ended up basically wrestling for a ball that was out of play, and it sparked the benches clearing. And Omar Alderete was on the field today. He wasn't even in that game, and he started roughing up Freeman in that fracas, and he was shown a red card from the bench, essentially. That was how the last game between these teams ended in November in Philadelphia. 2-1 U.S. win. And you can be sure it will be a theme. Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey, they all feel that they can physically intimidate this U.S. team, and they're going to attempt to do so. We're going Robinson for Pulisic on the run. Pulisic trying to cut it back.
This is the version of Christian Pulisic that everybody knows is there, and even better. Just so lively down the left-hand side. So positive in his running. He sees that his defender is tucked in tight and Cáceres, so he runs in behind, finds the space, but gets his head up and just lays a beauty of a ball. The way the pass allowed Balogun to take it first time. Excellent position and focus to open up here and look where the goalkeeper is and find that far post. Talks so much about Flo Balogun and his hold-up play, but still for a striker, you're judged in those moments, and Balogun delivers for the United States.
Flo Balogun, one of the key additions to this U.S. team. He was born in Brooklyn. He was raised in England. His parents are from Nigeria. All three of those national teams wanted him, and he couldn't play for all three of those countries. He chose to play for the United States. Tillman clips it over the top for Weston McKennie early in, doesn't contest, and hooked away. And in no small part because of a concerted recruiting process by a lot of U.S. fans via social media a couple of years ago. And how can the U.S. not settle? Can they keep the foot on the gas?
John, I'm looking around this beautiful stadium, just covered in red, white, and blue. And almost everybody's standing. And they have been brought to their feet by the performance they have seen on this field. I think there was some question marks. How would this team be received? The whole World Cup, what's the power and the magic of a World Cup? Well, we're seeing it. But you're seeing a team that is inspiring those fans. It's early days, but this is what this fan base would have wanted to see. A team that's attacking, that's dynamic, that's scoring goals, and passing the early tests in this World Cup.
Okay, popping up on the left this time. Gustavo Gomez able to hook it away. U.S. throw. Pulisic able to escape the pressure.
Really, Paraguay having a lot of problems in the middle of the field, which, as I set up the game, it was about Paraguay taking away the middle. They try to be very compact. But what the U.S. has done is very smart. They've overloaded it with Pulisic coming inside, McKennie playing good freedom.
Robinson, some time. A little bit off balance there. Conceres, tangle of legs. Pulisic tackles it away. Tillman picks it out. Little pump fake. Tillman. Trying to find Bellingham. On the run first there, the loose ball. When he runs into his own player, is able to escape the immediate pressure. Richards knocks it away. Dest picks it up from Almiron. Serginho Dest knocks it away. Tripped up, flipping an advantage. Is an advantage. Bellingham. Anthony Robinson. He slows down there, but he's going to set it up for Christian Pulisic, who's created both goals here tonight. Working on Castro's goal to come back into the middle. Bellingham is just skipping off the top of his head. Dest to recycle for Freeman. And then be able to find McKennie's run in the box. Dest hooks it in. Looking for a shove to try to create space. Vernon is trying to steer it back to Dest. He's able to control that off the chest.
With the left foot and now screen out to Pulisic. He's attracting two defenders every time. Here comes a counter tackle.
This is day 2 of the World Cup. Tomorrow is when it starts to really get going. It's our first 4-game day, including a triple header here on Fox. Qatar or Switzerland starts it off. We will be in New Jersey. Yes, you heard that right. We will be in New Jersey to watch the five-time champions Brazil take on the darling to the last World Cup, Morocco. Then Haiti back in the World Cup for the first time in a half-century. Scotland back in the World Cup for the first time in a quarter-century. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific here on Fox. It's going to be a wild atmosphere in New Jersey tomorrow as Brazil take on Morocco. Two teams who, in the case of Brazil, their history, in the case of Morocco, their recent form in the last couple of years, expect and hope to be in New Jersey for the final in July. McKennie on the deck, stacked away, only as far as 9-10 blocks. That'll spin behind for U.S. point.
Here's that running. Because then Serginho Dest. This is what Pulisic's doing on the opposite side. He drops down. That brings his defender Alonso with him. McKennie sees the space. He runs beyond the back line. And now, again, just head up, first time ball into the box. Looking for Tillman. Shot comes off with a deflection and a U.S. corner. And something I mentioned before, just look for, sometimes they'll play it short. They look for the top of the box where Anthony Robinson scored that wonder goal against Germany. But set pieces are clearly an area of the U.S. field that can try to find an advantage. Stacking at the back post right now.
Malik Tillman, who was shaken up a couple minutes ago, just before the hydration break, looks to be fine. Swings in the corner. Richards!
So this time everybody's at the back post. They create a ring. He drags a defender with him. Then Richards just beats his man to the ball right around the penalty spot. I think that one was intended for Ream overhit it. Boy, that was just past the post of here. Chris Richards attacks the ball so well in those situations.
Richards not letting Sanabria get anywhere near that ball, and Dest hits it in the head, back of the head, and he's shaking up. You heard the ooh from the fans here who saw that. Danny Monte, the referee, will check on Dest. really is. I mean, it's Los Angeles. You would expect nothing less. But the amount of celebrities who are here to watch the United States, the amount of fans that are here in this building, the place is completely full. It is the promise of everything we've been hoping for years. And as Mauricio Pochettino talked to us about when we went down to training camp Tuesday, is there's pressure that comes with it. You don't want to let the country down. You don't want to let your family down. You don't want to mess up this opportunity. They've been trying so hard, the coaching staff, to remind these players, just do what you always do. Remember who you were as a kid when you fell in love with the sport. Go and do that Friday night. And that's what we've seen through 38 and a half minutes. The winner hit that pass on their own, allowed to intercept. How did Paraguay navigate this last stretch here before the half? This is absolutely not how they thought this was going to go. Only 2 goals in the first half. Freeze clips it long. What sort of resilience can they show? What sort of fight can they show?
And that Freeze was barely had a touch. I think he had his only real touch of the game was 2 minutes in when Paraguay had that chance down on the left-hand side. He has to kind of just tip it to the back post, be alert. And it's a nice position to be in as a goalkeeper when you're not having to make a lot of saves in games and you can just feel your way, and especially for a guy like him who's making his World Cup debut.
Let's get pulled back for a foul. Flo Balogun's down in pain. Holding his right leg, he's still down on the ground.
I think he just ends up, first Pumas ends up standing on his heel.
There's Des now. Des trying to get around the corner. Lots of he does! And heel had to be a little away for that one.
He was almost guessing that time, trying to anticipate the cross, which ended up coming. I think he left his near post exposed. Great move from Serginho Des. He's been lively down this right. Just again, the guy that can beat players off the dribble. If you have guys like that, it can unbalance an opponent.
5 minutes plus stoppage time to go in the half. And the Visa halftime show coming up on Fox at the break. Rebecca, Thierry's, Latan, and Alexi down to our left on the main concourse with their thoughts on what we have seen. For the U.S., creative for Pulisic cross in the 7th minute. Pulisic giving the assist on the goal to Flo Balogun at the half-hour mark. Christian Pulisic's 21st career assist, tied now for 4th most in U.S. history with Clint Dempsey, our teammate, for the next month and a half. So Pulisic there is going to commit that foul.
Now, this one doesn't go as late as he gets the ball, gets a foul, but just the main thing I notice right now from Christian Pulisic is his confidence, even when he's got 2 defenders coming his way to close him down, not dumping the ball back and just recycling it. He says, give me the ball, faces up his defender, gets him on the back foot. That's contagious. And that's how the goals have opened up because of his positivity, his relentless running, and just, that's confidence. That's just pure confidence and trust in his ability.
That was a big question for a lot of these guys. What sort of confidence would they have coming in? What sort of momentum would they have coming in? As a team, it looked like they maybe lost some of the momentum in March. Christian Pulisic, more than anyone else, it seemed like didn't have much confidence this spring. A career-long goal drought that was ended against Senegal. And one of the things he said there was, I actually thought they were playing pretty good this spring. It's just that all he wants to focus on is goals. Leo and Ciso now. It's a great tap by his favorite. Green is there. It deflects, but it's going to fall for Pulisic, and he runs right to the trap, but he's able to keep it. Now here's Guest. He tapped it over. Level moves for Junior Guest. Options for him. Across the guy, gets it back in the trap. 6-6 for and keep the U.S. from grabbing a third. be involved in the play. Really, really good work. And the youngest man in this U.S. team, 21-year-old Alex Freeman.
Stuff, isn't it? Just feels like freestyle in moments, and these transitions where the U.S. pick up the ball. And the biggest compliment I can give them is the fact that every time they get an open space, this crowd comes to its feet, they expect something. Step overs, runs off the ball, 1-2s. It's really fun, it's unpredictable. But it's the best this attack has looked in a long, long time.
Pulisic just toying with Costers. Hands off to Anthony Robinson. Tillman had Robinson running through, turned the other way, and now he's in trouble. And the referee just going to let that go both ways. Adams gets nutmeg with the pass. Richards quickly up the field. Very smart foul.
On the attacking player to make sure he stopped that counterattack, and did so even without picking up a yellow card.
But that was very intentional, as you said, from Chris Williams.
Yes.
He saw that ball and he made a 20-yard sprint.
And
Gets clear backwards, Reed slips it from his knees, heads into Chris Richards, who returns the pass. Well, it's your guy, it's your guy.
very teasing. The fact that we've seen a couple of players falling and losing their footing, couple from Paraguay. 5 added minutes.
And yet we'll have a lot of stoppage time in these games because you're taking a 3-minute break. So the starting point is 3 added minutes at the end of each half. James Gordon, the after-hours crew on Fox Night, a nightly recap of World Cup action. Kylian Mbappe will be one of the special guests tonight. That's on Fox at midnight local time. Robinson, too far for Bellingham. Robinson, a guy that had a year and a half of injury nightmare at one point in the fall. He and the coaching staff weren't sure he'd be at this World Cup. He's flying around. Dest had 2 years worth of
Team USA!
He's flying around. Pulisic.
This country.
Certainly to all of us like he was struggling in AC Milan as much as he didn't think so. He's been flying around. It's a great sliding play there to win that ball in the middle. That was Diego Gomez. And that'll be a Paraguay throw. 1 minute gone on 5. It will be, in fact, a free kick actually.
Yeah, and I think because it's a free kick, they're going to use this as a chance to put the cross pressure for the time on the U.S. score, potentially. So, might not seem like a big moment, but this is now everybody up from Paraguay.
And then you center backs score here.
Freeze going to be this first goal in the game for a while. This was
Yo, y'all need a book. Come on.
there's a togetherness to that. There's no option at the top of the box for McKenny. maybe that moment just a little bit more creative. Start thinking out the goal. This running off the ball has just caused so many problems for the Paraguay defense.
Once more, Freeman once more. McKinney was there to utilize a corner section there. Which was Winston had arms, was not the Yes, trying to push off the chest, couldn't get through the inside bootouts there.
Let's go! Whoa! Hey! USA! USA!
Treasures usually the famous chanting. That's when the people
Presented by Visa.
Vamos! USA! 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 USA, baby! Come on! It's the news, it's the news! Let's go! USA! 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 Go! This is it.
That's a good idea. 5 minutes. Going down the field. About 3. You had 1.
important to us.
God, I don't know. This score just came out of nowhere.
And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. The good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate won't go up just because of an accident, even if it is your fault. Sorry, squirrel's fault. Because we all deserve a second chance. Right, Dad?
No.
If it's important to you,
Right here, baby.
Start here for Adams.
We love rooters. We love rooters.
Brilliant touch.
Voltaire now with relief. And Tom's looking to counter-attack. He's
Let's fucking go! Let's go!
We celebrate
USA!
Someone signed the dome. Like I'm from Greece.
There's dreaming about it, and then there's living with Cloud. Get access to the largest global airport lounge network, dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. resi restaurants, and exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide that stay with you long after the encore. There's nothing like Cloud. Amex is a proud partner of Olivia Rodrigo.
Like a relentless bleed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tripwire.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's in UC to offer self-administration from the start.
Tripwire can help with symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years.
Some have visible repair of their infections, increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them, and more problems never occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Tremfya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
How did we do it? Back in the older times. How did they make it through yet another day? Just existing. How did they live their lives? Without punishment. How did they know they make something if the same as something else and never knew any lives? How did they not see what you are? What you are? How did they know who you are? Without being Superman? Time.
Actually, I didn't tell this to you. Actually, a guy comes up to me like, you can't fight over the prime belt outright. What's wrong? It was great. My story on keyboard.
This country has been waiting for its US3 Paraguay Build-Up chanting fields. That's everything that Kieran Ray, that's the analyst. That's him. What impressed you so much that first half?
I mean, they played with a lot of confidence. Every player did a top performance, and that's why it's 3-0. The important thing now after the second half, like it would be 0-0. Not get too overconfident. Keep the rhythm, keep the intensity, and then just score more goals.
So who's set to go for it?
We have to up that reason, you have to come around and try out the way you've been playing, like Alexis said, but what's impressive is how they play. As a team, the intensity, the passion and everything that they were doing, how they were going forward, how they were defending together, it is just outstanding what they've been doing. But be careful, don't give us too much. Let's see what's on the field.
Alexis,
I don't think there's any changes out there, so we support the team is going to continue to do. Well, at least it's still not just with others, but you know, at some point you also have depth, so you want to be smart.
to be fair, Alexis said there's a lot about fun so far. This has been
Alexis is enjoying it.
very fun. Next is there are some changes for Paraguay. We'll take you back to our commentary team. Stu Hogan, alongside Joey Storm. Chaps.
Now, that gets interesting. So Christian Pulisic is going to be withdrawn at the half here. Sebastian Prohansson will make his World Cup debut and become the second son of a former U.S. player to take the field in the World Cup. He's got a great, not just a former coach, but a former player at 2 World Cups. Substitution for Paraguay as well. Fernando Diaz is off. Mauricio, the Brazilian-born naturalized Paraguayan, is on. Second half underway here in Los Angeles. Exactly as Tom and Thierry and Alessi have been talking about. You know Paraguay just spent the last 15 minutes in that locker room yelling and screaming at each other, wanting to come out and either make this a game or make it a fist fight. How did the U.S. approach really the beginning of the second half?
Yeah, the term that they're using in the studio, act like it's 0-0. What that means on the field is compete, get stuck in like you did at the beginning of the game, don't drop your intensity, go for another goal. Just don't relax and let off, because that performance we saw was because of the pressure that the U.S. were putting on. All moving off the ball, but because they were being brave. And that bravery was rewarded. Now, the other part which we'll get to as we go along, I'm not going to speculate on Christian Pulisic until we get more information, but look at what's going at halftime after playing a half like that. If there isn't something going on, that's not attacking yourself. You make it reserve your star player. It's just in the World Cup with this team. So let's see as we go.
This is time for just been speaking with the U.S. coach and staff. How can you tell us?
USA!
USA! USA! USA! USA! USA! USA! USA! USA!
for too many things being taken away.
USA! 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 USA!
So now the U.S. in the attacking part of the field for the first time in this half. This is exactly what you want from the U.S. perspective. making life difficult for you to realize that just forced Mauricio back, but then Mauricio goes to ground. Just overly aggressive in his tackle in his pursuit. Substitutions if they can use them effectively that you now get these days in the World Cup games. And it's the other part of the consideration for the yellow card for not just today, but he was in the yellow card next Friday against Australia, and he's now suspended for the Dutch campaign against England. This game is in terms of his passing ability, very defensive. So he gets takes over. Yes. But he's just so dynamic. Because he got in front of his defender right on the 6-yard box, just tagging the ball to be played across instead of trying to play back to break out the work for Burlington. The FIFA World Cup is back in America. You know who always wins? England.
Did you know salsa was invented when Puerto Ricans took Cuban rhythms to New York? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born when the Japanese took judo to Brazil. When North African fine traditions met Spanish carol, Spain with the churro. After Jamaicans took their salsa to the UK, the world got home. And this is what the world gets when 48 nations meet to play one beautiful game.
Frustrated.
More goals, more celebrations. Four's left.
Where's USA? Oh shit, baby! Come on, boys! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Where is the D?
easy finish for him. The free skill down, which is a goal out of really nothing. Pretty much for Paraguay scored off that.
And now Paraguay fleeing around the field. So the U.S. has it as a big
Here in Los Angeles, are opening up the home World Cup for the U.S.
What is it, kilometer?
Make a save tonight. He's had a couple good takes, but you're here pushing to get a save in and just continue to build his confidence. It was going to be good.
Here we go, here we go, here we go! One more! Let's go! Come on!
This was kind of a lead up to what ended up being number 4 Paraguay. Let's see. We'll come up with the end of this.
That's 5 players for that are facing a possible suspension for accumulation of yellow cards. And as it stands, they're behind the 8 ball a bit. And it will be tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, Australia and Turkey, and their 2 teams in this group, facing off in Vancouver. Looking at Mr. John Pickup, Christian Pulisic, whatever the reason for it, and I'll go back and first game for Mauricio Pochettino.
Champion on the ground! Champion on the ground! Don't give a piece about the red, white, and blue.
Just a brief moment to say to everybody that's come into this country from around the world and has this World Cup, we're so thrilled to be here.
Let's go!
We're so excited to see all of you over the next month and a half.
¡A la olla, papi!
Hey!
Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Let's go.
Are you trying to fucking sneak it? Big win!
Beautiful game for the fellas. Come on, boys. I believe in it. I believe it. Oh, God. I believe in it. Oh, God. I believe in it. One more. USA! 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 Right here. Oh, man. Come on. Toss it in. Let's get one more. something. Just start singing. Let's go, USA!
Bank of America.
What's up? USA, baby. Team USA!
My feet hurts. This is so relaxing.
Mind it? I didn't mind it. I got a little bit of beer on the scene. Hey, we're just too busy. It wouldn't have been so bad if you had the lens on here. That was just put my bag under here. This is all my stuff. Oh, shit, my bag is soaked. This is
with an assist.
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you there. Oh yeah, they're like, oh, fuck.